Hey, what's up guys? It is MetaGamesGX here, and we have my second place deck profile for Mannadium for the Duelist Nexus August to September format. Got second place today with it, which was really cool. I think Mannadium's actually in a really good spot right now. I mean, purrely is the best deck, but you have a really good purrely matchup in my opinion. I think the deck is really well positioned, especially with the new support coming out, so we'll just get into it. We'll have a combo video at the end. It's one of the most fun combo decks that we've had in a while in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So let's get right into it. So first of all, we have 3 Mannadium Ream Heart. This guy is your one card really extender. I mean, he does a lot of the 2-card combos. In the Age of Overlord, he becomes a 1-card combo. However, he does most of what you need as long as you see him plus like a Vsauce or just another way into your Mannadium cards. He's basically a full combo card. He's amazing. He gets a special summon himself by destroying a card. So, you know, when you normal summon this guy, Scareclaw Rykart, and you use his effect to search out a Scareclaw spell or trap card, you can chain Ream Heart when they imperm so that you dodge it and you can still get the draw. If you have 3 monsters in defense position, you can special summon this in defense. So the more you know, guys. We're going to be showing some fun combos. Like 2 Rykart, we only run 2 because I think a third might be a little bit bricky, but I have considered it. But he is a part of your combo. It's you want to run the Scareclaw stuff, but you don't run anything more than that outside of just like Scareclaw Arrival and the Light Heart. Then 3 Vsauce Starfrost. This guy is the heart and soul of the deck. He's level 6 light tuner, so you're able to make the new Amritara synchro monster that came out in Duelist Nexus that really helped this deck a lot, and he's able to just make easy barons. My only issue is that sometimes you can't get him out on the field, so some hands are dead, but you know, I think Age of Overlord kind of solves a lot of that. So then we're going to get into the balls. 3 Meek, 3 Torrid. I have been testing with a lot extensively with like no Torrid or like 2 Torrid or 1 Torrid, and I think 3 Torrid, 3 Meek is actually what you want to be doing, at least as of right now, because this deck loses to itself most of the time, and if you just don't see 2 Mannadium names, you are just going to die essentially and just not do well with your deck. So you kind of have to run 6 balls in my opinion, because you'll either get hands where you draw like no balls and like a Vsauce, or like a ball and no Vsauce. So I think that's why you have to on some level, I think, maximize on those while also running a lot of hand traps. So that's what this build is doing, and I think Meek is really good. It's, you know, it turns itself to a level 4 and it's destroyed, and Torrid is able to spec out any other ones, so you obviously just go into Meek. Meek is just your heart and soul of the deck. You're able to do some really nutty things with the deck with those cards, and they're not once per turn, obviously. So here's the hand trap package. We're going to go for 3 Imperm because we hate losing to tactics, but we are running the Ash Blossom and the Beaver package as well. So this is actually kind of a classic package, I'd say, but I think it's really good in this deck especially. Imperm is there because it's a 1-card stop against really just purrely, or just, you know, it's a 1-card stop against a lot of decks, including kashtira and other decks. So Ash Blossom obviously really covers your basis against Branded and like Labyrinth, and Nibiru covers your basis against basically anything else that's not Labyrinth or any deck that summons under 5. And then Perma is really just generally good, and you can draw into these cards as well, which is good. I was thinking about running Droll in main, but it would either be Ash or Droll, but I think Ash is just way more general purpose. There are some decks that it's just not good enough against Droll, and then this card is really can be as good as Droll is against certain decks, you know, that the decks it's good against. Like this Ash is amazing against Branded, against Labyrinth. So I think those that as my hand trap package, I really like it. So we're going to get into the field spells. We have 3 Colarium, which is the best field spell in the deck. It's an incredible card. It likes to get ashed a lot, which really sucks, but it's an incredible card. You get to spec out, you get to add a Mannadium monster, and then you get to add Aura Vsauce, and then you're at, which you do a lot of the time. And it also attack modulates, which you have to be careful about if you have tuners in graveyard or on the field. So, you know, with your balls, they need to be 15/21 to special summon for them, or a Visa, so you just have to be careful about that. But besides that, this card is just incredible. It just Monster Reborn's a ball that gets destroyed while also searching. One, just incredible. Then two, Reichphobia, and a terraforming, and a purrely. So I have a really extensive field spell package. I was even thinking about running a set rotation. We could actually probably run a set rotation and maybe an Amritara, but I don't think the Amritara is good enough, at least for how I like to play the deck. And Purrely is there because it is a, you'll see the combo, but you need Purrely in certain hands to get to your Calamity or just like really good on board, because you can search this off of multiple different things because it just mentions Visa Starfrost and you get to search a Visa Starfrost. Two Reichphobia, just because I don't run two Lightheart, but it's nice for the grind game, and also just it's nice to see it sometimes. You can go through your Scareclaw package then into your Mannadium package. So I think, like I said, just having more access to names and stuff, just breaking on hand traps is just the way to go. But yeah, maybe set rotation in the future, definitely, because set rotation I think would be really good. 3 Obsidian, this is the best normal spell in the deck. It's a lone fire by destroying a monster you control by targeting it, so it combos with Nib too, which is really nice. It gives you a monster to pop and then search your field spell and do combo, and then also specs out a Visas or 21 or 15/21 heart monster from your hand by banishing, and you get to add a Mannadium spell or trap card or the field spell if you already have the field spell up. So it's a very, very, very good card. It's really why I want to run Thrust in this deck, and that's why we are on a little bit of a Thrust package, because that card is just broken. Imaginings, it's a draw 2, reveal 1, and then put 1 to the bottom. It's just really good draw power. I might want to run 2, honestly. I was debating on like just messing with 2 because it's good draw power, honestly. I don't get why people, why 2 would be horrible. And then 2 Scareclaw Arrival. Just, this is Monster Reborn, but it's searchable. It's not once per turn, and you're able to revive your Visas or Scareclaw, so it's just infinite extension, which is searchable and not once per turn. So it's really, really amazing. And then we will get 3 Book of Moon because we want to dodge Imperm, and also it's just incredible against Purrely and Kashtira right now. So that, you know, leads to like 12 generics and 9 hand traps, and then 3 Book of Moons, which just, I mean, if you consider the called by 2, but I wouldn't probably in terms of just like board breaker / hand traps. It makes it so you always see 1, and then you're hopefully seeing 2 cards for your combo kind of thing, and then the rest of the cards can just be, you know, making up that hand. 1 Rhoda and then 1 reframing. Rhoda just because you can search any of your heart monsters, and then reframing because this is the best trap card. It's just incredible. Yeah, it's a searchable Omni Negate that gets around Dark Ruler No More, so that's why this deck is so good, because it's a combo deck that gets around Dark Ruler No More. You have the reframing, obviously, that maybe they can bait it, but that's why you run the Calamity as well, so you just do it depending on the situation. Alright, let's get into the extra deck and side deck, and then we will get into combos and talking about why I think the Calamity build is currently doing better, but obviously we will see where Mannadium lands. So, okay, extra deck. 2 Astrolaud. I was thinking about running 3, honestly. This guy is really good. He breaks boards, he extends, he is your way into Calamity as well, and he being level 8, you're able to sync off with him, and like I said, he breaks boards and he gets to be a big guy. He's amazing, and he's really free too, because all you have to do is banish for cost a Visas and like a light or dark in your graveyard. So I was thinking about even running 3 at some point, but this card's amazing. You can't run less than 2. Then for the links, 1 Lightheart, 1 Cross Sheep, and 1 Apo. I think Apo is incredible. It's technically cuttable, but I would not, like, because certain boards, like I said, you want to end on Calamity, certain you want to run end on the standard, like Despair Apo, you know, Cheng Ying plus like Baron, and then like a reframing plus like hand traps. Not the Cheng Ying, I'm not running that in this build, but still. And then Cross Sheep because it's infinite extension. This is how you go through Cross Sheep before you make a Vicious, so you're able to just like spec out for free and then just you know, basically just extend infinitely. And 1 Lightheart, I was thinking about running 2, but this is how you get your Reichphobia. You can link it off a Visas or a Reichheart, so it's very good in that respect. I could run 2 because it's not 1 per turn, so if you get like impermed, but honestly it's not the best, so that's why I'm not doing that. I don't think it's worth the space. Now here's the Calamity package: Bish Balkan, Crimson Dragon, and Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. So this guy basically is the reason why you run Bish Balkan, and Crimson Dragon's just a broken Legionnaire card. It's a free Dissipator. So it's very much like this belongs in the deck no matter what, but these two are kind of optional because this allows for the gameplay of setting up a field where you have like a Baron reframing plus a few cards in hand, and then you use Crimson Dragon to target Bish Balkan to return to your extra deck and then summon out this guy, and then it skips your opponent's turn. Basically, all they're going to be able to do is like basically normal summon or kaiju summon. They can still Kurikara, but it basically takes 2 quick play interruptions. Like if they have double book, it's kind of like you're kind of dead, but like still at the same time, you are able to usually get around that, like I said, with the burrow and reframing. So I think this is the way to run it, and that's why I'm running these guys. Also, Bish Balkan just does weird FTK or OTK stuff, and Crimson Dragon, like I said, free Dissipator. The level 10s, Dissipator, Barone, and Chaos Angel. These guys are incredible. I wish I was running a Chengyang, but we don't have the space. Dissipator just extends, and he's your way to do Crimson Dragon a lot of the time, and Baron you obviously go into under 5. You just need him. He's incredible. One of your best cards in the extra deck. And Chaos Angel, you can make Light Dark Chaos Angel very easily. So a lot of the times you can just make that board, or sometimes you just need a level 10 just to do, if you get interrupted, just to get to the Crimson Dragon combo. So yeah, these guys are amazing. That's why you run the deck, honestly, with how good those cards are. We'll get into the level 8s. Stardust Ghost Dragon in Excel. I'm really happy I got to use my Ghost Rare Stardust from Edison and Modern finally. But Excel and Stardust, I like the Stardust because you get to play around Nib, and a lot of the time this deck doesn't allow you to play around Nib. Like, you can, but it's sometimes not optimal. So I like running it. Maybe you don't have to, but it is there in Excel because it gets you free Dissipator or Baron very easily, just with like a level 4 Riem Heart plus like a level 4 Meek. So that's why that's there. Then Amritara, the new guy, he's a level 8 Synchro Tuner who can use 2 tuners, which is really interesting about him, and then he searches any card that mentions Feast of Starfrost, so you can search the Pearl Rhino or the reframing or the Scareclaw Arrival. It's very good. You can also sync off of this into a Crimson Dragon with the level 4. It's very good, and it also pops a card and gains some attack. Not bad in that respect. Very good card. And then the last synchro, really, really, really generic Triad Master, just level 6 draw 1B. Sometimes you get on a board where you can only make a 6 or pass, and that's why the Triloscuda and Age of Overlord is going to be amazing because it's a 1-card combo, makes Riem Heart 1-card combo. Currently, this thing is really just bad. If you summon this, you're probably losing, honestly, so that's why I don't like this card. But you kind of have to run it. So let's get into the side deck. And then we'll do a combo or 2. Bestial Magma, and Druid Swarm, just because you're able to make, it's really easy Crimson Dragon plays, and then also it's really good against Labyrinth and Branded. I would actually have 2 Magnuma if I had it, so run 2 Magnuma probably if you have it. 3 draw for my deck and basically any other deck that really hurts. I think draw's really good right now, but it's really good against certain decks, so it's like, I don't think it's really main deck worthy. It's really good when you hit the decks that it's good against in the main deck, but also there's like Labyrinth, there's Branded, there's Unchained. It's like a lot of decks out there that don't get hit by draw, so that's why I think Ash is better in the main, but it's really good in the side. And also, we are on a crossout package, a small crossout package of 2. So that we are able to get around certain things with a D barrier, with the draw and lockbirds, and we have the Ash too. That's really all we have to be worried about. I was thinking about maybe a Mourner or Failer, but I don't know, it doesn't really come up too much. And then we have the Bestials too if we want to cross out that. I think 2 is fine. I never want to draw 2 in hand, and with 3 I was just breaking on them. And you really have to be careful with your side patterns in this deck because a lot of the cards are 2-card combos, so you can really brick if you just miss side. So that is what it is. And then the funny, we'll keep this out here. The here's the Thrust package, everybody, because Thrust is like my favorite spell card in the game. I had to run it, and I was like, what would be the best way to run Thrust in this deck? Because I think Thrust is a broken card, and any deck that can run it should run it. It's because I was like, I want a going first card to, like, to basically turn skip my opponent if they hand trap me. So I was like, okay, D barrier, obviously. I don't want to run 3 thrusts because, again, that breaking issue. I could run a Talents. That's something I wish that was in here, but like I have the evenly matched Duster and Storm for back row decks. I have D-Barrier for literally anything besides Link decks. Dark Ruler No More just for anything to break boards, and Herald of the Abyss for purrely. They always use an effect monster and monster effect, so this is just effectively 3 copies of Herald of the Abyss, and that's the theory behind running the Thrust. It's basically 3 copies of all of these cards, so I think Thrust is really good. You can run Skinny Pack, you can run 1-ofs and not have to run a bunch of 3-ofs. Yes, you sometimes want hard draw the Drooler, but like a lot of the time you can just bait it. So yeah, that's the main deck, or that's the side deck. We will get into some combos here shortly. Alright guys, we're gonna get into a couple combos. Now, the first combo we're going to show is Meek and Riamheart. We're going to normal summon Meek, or Riamheart, search out Mannadium Obsidian, and then we are going to special summon out the Meek since we have the Riamheart, and then use Obsidian, target Meek to be destroyed, and special out another Meek, and search while also searching a Calarium on the chain beforehand. And then Meek effect, special summon out another Meek. Now it doesn't really matter to make Meek level 4 here, so we'll just decline to do that. So anyways, we're going to use the field spell to search the Visa Starfrost. In order to get under 5 summons for Nibiru, use Obsidian to banish itself to summon out the Visa Starfrost. So the reason you do this is because you are going to go over 5 summons if you use Starfrost to target Meek to be destroyed, so don't worry, we're going to do that. So now on summon number 5, we're going to go straight for Baron de Fleur. Now you're like, how do we get our engine going from here? The way that we do that is that we summon the Vicious Astrolabe by banishing our 2 monsters in our graveyard that equal Vicious Astrolabe. And then we use the Astrolabe to pop Meek. And Meek is going to be destroyed, and then chainlink 1 Meek, chainlink 2 Calarium to special out another Meek from our deck after specialing out the Meek from our graveyard. And then we can make this Meek level 4 finally. And then with the Meek that is level 4, we can sync off with the Vicious Astrolabe in order to get the Crimson Dragon. And then immediately we're going to use Crimson Dragon's effect to tag itself out, and then target the Baron in order to summon out a Despater. Despater is going to help us extend into the Calamity. So we're going to use Despair's effect to revive back 1 light or dark monster from either graveyard. We'll get the Visa Starfrost, and then we will immediately link off Visa Starfrost into the link 1 Lightheart. In order to start our Scareclaw combo package, we will use then Lightheart effect to search out Reichphobia. We are then going to activate Reichphobia and search out the Scareclaw Reichardt. Then we can immediately special summon Reichardt because there's a zone pointing down from the Lightheart, and we are going to get a search of a Scareclaw Arrival and a draw 1 on top of it because there are 3 or more monsters in defense position. Draw 1. Wow, we get Rhoda, that's not bad. For follow-up. Okay, so now we're going to use the Arrival to target Visa Starfrost to special summon it back out. Then we are going to immediately use the link or the level 2 Meek in order to still get our Amrutara, so we can still get our reframing. Use Amrutara's effect to search out the reframing, which is the Omni negate for the deck. So this will allow you to set up basically a Baron plus reframing on top of the Calamity. Alright, now we're going to link off the Reichardt plus the Lightheart in order to get Cross Sheep. We are then going to immediately synchro or fusion summon into our second Vicious Astrolabe by banishing Reichardt for the Astrolabe, and we are going to then use Cross Sheep's effect to revive a level 4 or lower monster from our grave. We are going to take a Meek back. Alright, so since we've already used our Despater, we are going to now sync it off in order to get our good friend the Crimson Dragon again, because we can use its effect next turn. And then we are going to link off, or we are going to synchro off the Amrutara plus the Vicious Astrolabe because there's a level 8 tuner and a level 8 non-tuner into Bishop Balkan. So Bishop Balkan basically needs to be summoned in those conditions, 2 monsters with the same level, 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner, and he basically can summon tokens up to the number of times that I can actually summon tokens to my field. So in this instance, I'd summon 2 tokens, then summon 2 to my opponents. If you run the Unchained Abomination, that's an okay thing to do, but we really don't have to do that. Alrighty, so now in this instance, we are going to then use Lightheart's effect. We have to do this now before we sync off the Amritara to special summon, since we have a Visas on board. And now we are going to use Crimson Dragon's effect, or we are going to synchro off a level 8 tuner and non-tuner in order to get Bishop Balkan. He summons a bunch of tokens, but we don't really have to do that. He's just our Crimson Dragon target, so we can summon the level 12 Calamity. And now we are going to... And so basically, this is why you could also run the Unchained Abomination. I just don't really have room for it, and I think you don't need it in this situation, but this is something you can definitely do and keep in mind. Set the reframing, we pass to our opponent, then we use... Or if we have really any other card, because usually we'll have another card, so we can just link off to Apollosa, so don't worry about that. We are then going to pass to our opponent, then in the draw phase, so they can't do anything, use Crimson Dragon target Bishop Balkan. If they do anything, use Reframing or Baron, and then you are going to get a Calamity on deck by returning the Crimson Dragon, and then your opponent can't do anything except for Kaiju, worst case, but then you have follow-up. Obviously, you'll have more cards, and then you'll be able to do a lot more and just crack back your opponent. So yep, that was the combo. Let's do one more 1-card combo. Alright, so the next combo is slightly different. It's going to be an Obsession plus a Meek. We are going to normal summon Meek, use Obsession, target to destroy, special summon out a new Meek, and then also summon out or get the Calarium. Going to activate Calarium to search out the Riem Heart. Use Riem Heart's effect to target Meek. To destroy it to special summon, chainlink 1 Meek, chainlink 2 Calarium to special summon out Meek, and then Meek gets special summon and becomes level 5. Obviously, we get a search for Riem Heart, so we search off the reframing. And now we are going to use the level 4 Meek and the Riem Heart in order to summon Amritara. If I got the Meek wrong, my bad. It's not really a big deal in the video. We're going to use Amritara's effect to search out a Pearl Rhino. But this is where Pearl Rhino comes in. I don't see a lot of builds with Pearl Rhino, but this is why you should be running Pearl Rhino, because you search for Pearl Rhino off Amritara. Now your Calarium's used. This is how you can still get the Visas Starfrost, because you need Visas for a lot of these combos. If you don't have a normal Visas, then you can't do Calamity. And so now we are going to use the Obsidian in our graveyard to special summon out Visas. Now, this is not going to play around Nib, just want to say that right now. Some plays just don't, but that's why you have crossouts in the side deck. So then we link off the Starfrost in order to get our link to start the Scareclaw package. We get the Lightheart, use Lightheart effect to search out Reichphobia, use Reichphobia, search out a Reichheart, and then we special summon out Reichheart, and then we get the special, or the search of the arrival, and then we get another draw. See what we get. Really won't matter. It's usually just follow up for more interruptions that we want to see. And now we are going to sync off the Meek and the Reichheart in order to get the Triad Master, and we are going to then get a draw off of that. We get a Torrid. We're not going to really bother with the Torrid because I want the combo to be with the cards that we actually go through the combo with. We use the rival target, the Visas Starfrost special summon, and then we are able to go into a level 12 synchro monster immediately. We go into the Crimson Dragon. Then we are going to go for the Vicious Astrolaud by banishing Starfrost. And see, in this play we would also be able to just special summon Torrid and then link off, but it's okay. We are going to now banish these two and then go for the Vicious Astrolaud immediately, so we are able to just go into the Bishop Balkan. Alright, so this is how you play around Imperm and also start with the Scareclaw stuff. So it's going to be a 2-card combo with Riem Heart and Reichheart. So we're going to normal summon the Reichheart, use effect, chain Riem Heart, or to destroy. So you search out the Arrival and the Obsidian. You use Arrival to target the right card to special summon. The Link 1's effect to get the field spell. Use the field spell's effect to search the Starfrost, because you gotta remember Reichphobia can also search a Starfrost. And then we use Obsidian in the graveyard, or we use Obsidian to target the Visas or the Lightheart in order to special summon, or to add the field spell. And then the field spell will give us a Meek because we need one of our balls. And then special summon, because you don't have any 2s in the graveyard, and then use Starfrost, target the Meek, destroy. Meek 1, the field spell 2 to special summon Meek, and then you are able to special summon another Meek. And now you are able to use the level 4, or the level 2 Meek with the Starfrost. I might have gotten it wrong again, don't blame me. It's just test hands, just don't get wrong in game. Use Amritara's effect to search out reframing. And now you're going to get a Stars Excel, use Excel's effect, target the Meek to special summon, then synchro out for Barone. Oh no, sorry, we're going to sync out for the Dissipator. We are going to have to go into Dissipator this way, unfortunately. You know, if you have other cards, you can go with the Baron route, but this way we have to. We're going to use Dissipator's effect, or sorry, no, we have to then banish Starfrost plus the Riem Heart in order to summon out the Astrolaud, and now we can use Despair to target the Starfrost special summon. And now we can get the Lightheart from our graveyard and special summon it, since it's we have a Visa Sum deck. And now we go into Cross Sheep by getting the Lightheart and the Visa Starfrost. We summon out another Vicious Astrolaud by banishing the Reichheart and the Visa Starfrost in our graveyard, in order to go out into our next Vicious Astrolaud, so we get the Cross Sheep effect to special summon out a Meek. And now we're going to use Amritara's effect, because he does have a pop effect to target Meek to give all your Synchros 500 attack. Then we'll use Meek a level 4, our last level 4 Meek, and level, or last Meek, and then make him level 4, so we are able to go out into the Crimson Dragon. And now we are immediately able to Bish Balkan as well. And now you're able to end on at least Cross Sheep, Crimson Dragon, Dissipator, plus Bish Balkan. This board can be better, obviously, if you summon the Phantasmal tokens and summon like an IP or something. That's something I do want to test with, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of people run. Alright guys, so that was my Mannadium deck profile with some combos. Got 3 combos in there. So I hope you guys really did enjoy that. If you want a full combo video, we can get more from there. What do you guys think of Mannadium? I think it's going to be one of my favorite decks coming up. I think it's already done a lot. I think it's going to do a lot more, especially with the new support. So, you know, if you guys are looking for a really fun and competent synchro deck that doesn't quite lose to hand traps all the time, but definitely has the ability to play through all the meta and play some of the best cards in the meta, Mannadium's for you. Hope you guys have a great day. Please like and subscribe to the deck profile, and we'll see you guys later.